probably can't hear me because it's so windy, but you got to make the best of it. We are off to White Sands National Park.
Yeah. We had to think for a second. The days are already starting off and going quick on our back east trip.
So we're staying in Las Cruces.
Mm-hmm. At the Hacienda RV Resort.
And we're again amongst the land of the giants.
Big rigs in there, boy.
So if you're looking for a big rig friendly RV resort, that will be the one for you.
Yeah. We've driven by a few others and just like this one is outstanding really in comparison to some of the other ones we've just seen from the street. But we're really happy with it. Extremely
clean. It's just nice.
Yeah, it's a good sand park too. And I want to say for the 2 nights we paid $98. I've got my packet of goodies here. So yeah, for 2 nights actually, yeah, it was $97.81, and that's with the Good Sam discount. And in case you're wondering what this is, I do like to keep and print all my reservations and keep everything handy so I know where we're going next, and in case we don't have internet or something, everything is right here.
That reminds me, good point about the Hacienda RV Resort. It has extremely fast internet.
Yeah.
So if you guys need to do a layover and stop off real quick, that has a fast upload and download.
Yeah, it is super fast. And they have a nice dog run. The dogs have enjoyed that. It's kind of cool. It's just alongside the back wall of the RV park, but it's really nice. So heading off to White Sands National Park. So Stan reminded me to download, because it does say there is not any internet service up there. So we're about, I would say about, what'd you say, 54 minutes it was from the RV park. So we do have to drive to White Sands, which is fine. And then, so we downloaded the app. You just go to, you get the National Park Service app, and then you find your park. And the nice thing about this, so when we go to White Sands, is that it gives you basic information. It'll tell you there's self-guided tours. This is pretty consistent among all the national parks through the app, but you can, talks about pets, we've got our dogs. It'll tell you if, what things are pet friendly, trails that are pet friendly, what time the gift store opens, hiking trails, visitor centers, and this one is very unique. It tells you where the sledding areas are. So we got up this morning, and being the cheapskate that I am, I wanted to get a discount. I know they sell the sleds at the gift store, but I wanted to get one cheaper. I figured if I bought it at Walmart and take it with us, it'd be a heck of a lot cheaper, but Walmart didn't sell them. So we're gonna get one at the gift store, right?
Yeah, my plan is to sell it before we leave.
Sell it for a discount as soon as we get out of the park. It's like scalping tickets or something.
Because I'm definitely not going to be using sleds in Havasu.
No.
So the weather is going to be about, so they say, about 71 degrees. They possible 25 to 30 mile an hour winds.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I mean, we may not even be able to get out and, without getting dust storm in our eyes.
Sandblasted.
Yeah.
But we'll check that out, but we got to make the best of it, because
this is our only full day here.
This is a national park, so here we go.
Yeah. buy our pass, huh?
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you today?
All right, former or current U.S. military on board?
No, sir.
25, exact change or a card, please?
How about, can I pay for a annual pass?
You can. Neither of you look anywhere near 62, but I'll ask anyways.
Turning 60.
Welcome to White Sands National Park and the self-guided driving tour. This tour begins from the park's Adobe Visitor Center located immediately to the right as you enter the park from the highway. White Sands National Park is among the most unique places on planet Earth, featuring expansive gypsum sand dunes.
You probably can't hear me because it's so windy, but you got to make the best of it.
This is gonna be like Chevy Chase vacation, Christmas vacation.
Remember, don't try this at home, kids. I am a professional. Later, dudes. Let her rip. Hang pen.
So we got some silicone from our new friends. Silicone. I always call it silicone. We're gonna give it a try, see what happens.
Returned from the White Sands National Park, and what an adventure that was.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was, and you know what? It's for the young and old, man, because there are people that were like 75 years old. They were over the hill adventurers.
I know. We met Adele and Lee, and they were out there having a ball. And Lee was 75, and she's out there going down the sled on the sands, the dunes, and oh, so much fun. Yeah, and it does. It makes you feel like a kid again. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think these adventures are, they're new. You're seeing these things. You're experiencing these things for the first time. And it just gets your, I don't know.
It's a phenomenon. I mean, you come across it, and there's like nothing. You go through the White Sand Missile Range, and there's just like nothing. And all of a sudden, you make a left on Dune Road, and there it is. And it's just, the further you go in, the wider it is.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it's almost like white out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is this it? And then you're looking, and it's kind of like a little bushy stuff a little bit in the dunes, and then you go in, and it's like completely white. And then if you go to the top of the dune, boom, and you look off in the distance, it just goes and goes and goes forever.
So the winds were like 20, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know what? But it didn't really matter, because you got to seize the moment. And so
I think it kept the crowds away. I don't know how crowded this national park is normally, but it was not crowded today, and it was windy. But that could have had something to do with it. I don't know. It is a Tuesday in March, so maybe that has something to do with it too. But we have some tips we want to share with you guys really quick. I think we've come up with like 9 things if you're going to visit the park that you might want to take into consideration before you get here.
So you've got a bunch of turnouts you can go, and you can be at those turnouts all by yourself. So definitely, if you're gonna walk the sand dunes, go barefooted.
Yeah.
Unless you want to clean a lot of sand out of your shoe.
I left my shoes on, and you did too, right?
Yeah.
But you know, most of the people were barefoot.
We thought we'd just check it out a little bit,
yeah.
but
I wasn't brave enough to take my shoes off, but
the sand is so fine, and your shoes will get filled up.
yeah, and I think it was the way to go because we were watching other people do it. So give it a try. Let us know if you have tried it barefoot. That was our number 1 tip. Not really, but we'll start from the bottom. That's our number 9 tip. Our number 2 tip is buy your sled if you can before you get to the park.
So these sleds are thin plastic. They're rounded at the bottom. You could probably get those at Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever for like $15.
Yeah.
And they're like $25.
It's like twice as much. Although you get to return it and you get a koozie, like those little drink coolers if you do. But
and then they resell the used ones for $16.
yes, yeah. Then they get it back. Yeah, they make more money on it.
So tip is bring your own sleds if you really want to do that. It is a heck of a lot of fun just to go. And Lee, or one of the ladies, she put silicone spray on the bottom of her sled, and it was like Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
She went down that sled, and I go, oh my gosh.
And we tried it too, and it made a difference.
It definitely made a difference
because we bought the wax.
We tried the wax. I didn't think the wax made that big of a difference.
Yeah, but if you don't want to bring or worry about it and bring your own, you can buy everything there. Don't worry about it. And you know what we got a chance to do? We didn't want to tote these sleds, so we're like, well, let's just look for, somebody that we could bless with the sleds. And lo and behold, there's 2 kids. We're walking barefoot, and I say kids, but in their 20s.
Probably 20s.
Yeah, early 20s.
From California.
Yeah, and they're just out probably on spring break from college or something, and we're like, hey, have you guys gotten a chance to try the sleds out? And they're like, no, we haven't. And we just were able to give them, and we just told them to pass it forward or take it back and get their koozie.
Yeah, that was kind of an expense, but you know what? It's worth it.
Whenever we're coming back, well, might as well do it while we're here, right?
But I tell you what, I definitely didn't want to take those sleds with us. So
yeah, so that was really, really a good thing, and maybe that'll just keep them paying it forward.
The other tip is pack a lunch.
Yes, there are
wonderful picnic areas.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be around people, then pick your own turnout, back up against the dune.
Yeah, they had these wind-protected little picnic table areas, and how fantastic. Now, today was a little bit too windy. We did bring our own lunch, but we just sat and ate in the car, and that worked out too.
But what was nice, it was kind of cool. So
yeah.
It could probably get pretty hot out there.
I would imagine. I mean, it is New Mexico, so.
So in the summer, I don't know if you'd be taking your shoes off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess this is seasonal. Yeah, you wanted to see what season it's in. Okay, and another tip is when you go in, Dunes Drive is the scenic loop that you're going to do, and there's a couple things along Dunes Drive. Of course, there's 3 highlighted sledding places. So I mentioned earlier about the National Park app, so you can get that. You can download the app. Once I was in the park, we were kind of
because once you get over the pass,
there's no cell service.
No cell service.
Right.
And it probably has something to do with because you're going through a missile range or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
That's probably what it is, but there's no cell service, so be prepared for that.
And one of the things you can do, and you guys know we like to ride our bikes, you can ride your bike on that Dunes Drive. And it is a 16-mile round trip. So if you want, you can. You'd be sharing the road with the cars. So, you know, just take that into consideration. And I want to say the first 4 miles is what it said is pavement, and then you're actually riding your bike or driving on the gypsum, on the sand. So it's very interesting, so pretty. Another tip is visit the gift store and get yourself a souvenir. So we decided, actually I decided at Christmas time, once all the kids' old Barbie ornaments came off the tree and their basketball things, all the kid things, it looked a little bare. We decided we were going to start filling up our tree with Christmas ornaments from all our national park adventures.
And if you're going to go to the gift store, RV parking.
Yes.
There's plenty of room for your RV, however big an RV you have. Plenty of parking there. Mm-hmm. So just because you have an RV, don't think you can't stop, because you can, because there's RV parking. The other thing,
pet friendly. So we brought our dogs with us because we are staying an hour away in Las Cruces, so we did not want to leave them in the trailer this long.
In 2 miles, take the I-25 south exit toward El Paso.
So we didn't want to leave them in the trailer that long, so we brought the dogs along, and it's pet friendly. The park is pet friendly. You can have them on a leash.
They do require to put them on a leash, but we kind of broke the rules a little bit because Molly wanted to run down while Rhonda was sledding down.
So cute. Yeah, she had a ball.
We did have our leash with us, but she was having an absolute ball running down the dune with Rhonda. So, and
we pretty much had the dune to ourselves at that time. And the other ladies that we met had their 2 dogs, and everybody got along. Another tip is
get your pass.
Your annual national parks pass. Yeah, and we had to buy ours again.
Yes, because we bought ours last time in February.
Yeah.
So ours expired. This will be our first national park of many. So make sure you do that. It pays for itself.
So buy it at the kiosk when you're entering the park, and that's not a problem. You can just pay right then and there. You can, I think it was $25 to get in to the park.
That's right.
Is that right, for your car? And it's like up to 4 adults in the car, and I think it said always 16 and under is free to get into. So I guess an adult is 16 or is 17 and up. But yeah, so $80 we paid, and it's for a year. But there are a couple other passes that be aware of. If you are 62 and over, you can get an annual pass for $20 or a lifetime pass for $80.
Yep.
That's the senior pass. So if you're not aware of that, take advantage of that. And then
military? Yeah,
military is free. I just read all this on the website, so we'll link the website. You guys can check that out. But you can get all these passes, but of course they require the right identification.
And then you said something about veterans.
Veterans you can get a free pass. And then if you've been deemed permanently disabled, of course you got to provide the correct documentation, but free pass. How fabulous is that?
Well, you know, it was well worth it, you know, even though the weather wasn't optimum, but you got to make the best of it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what weather the good Lord passes down. You know, you just
the best of it.
You got to make the best of it, and that's what we did today.
We had a ball.
We had a ball.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
Man, the dogs had a ball too. So they're crashed out. I would highly recommend you at least see it.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of people that were just driving through.
Yeah, you don't have to get out.
You don't have to get out. They just drive.
Absolutely.
And I think you'll be mesmerized just by the beauty of the white sand.
Yeah, and if you don't want to get out and do any sledding, you can go to the visitor center too, and they have like a movie that you can sit in and watch.
They have a museum. They have a boardwalk out there that you can walk.
Yeah,
a little rough with the wind, but
yeah, there's like a little informational walk that you could do. That's super easy. So fun for all ages.
That was our White Sand National Park. And remember this, It just became a national park. I don't exactly know what the date, but it used to be
Right.
a national monument. So it just became a national
Yeah,
park.
and some of the signs still say National Monument. That's
Yep.
funny.
Yep. So if you like what you guys see today, make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
And please give us a thumbs up. And then ring the bell if you want to be notified for our next video.
Yes, it's our hope that we can encourage and inspire those who are over the hill like us to get out, get active, and to find your new adventure.
And we saw a lot of over the hill adventures today.
Yeah, we did.
Until the next time.
God bless.